Andrea Leadsom has revealed the shocking reason why she quit her position in the Theresa May cabinet, and suggested that Leave would lose a second Brexit referendum. Andrea Leadsom has revealed the private cabinet discussions on Theresa May's Brexit deal were tied to a second referendum. Speaking to the BBC, the former leader of the House of Commons said the acceptance of a second referendum forced her to resign out of principle. She also suggested that Leave would not triumph if a second vote was held, claiming that if the referendum went ahead we were not leaving. Ms. Leadsom, who is backing Boris Johnson as the next Tory leader, said Britain would be prepared to leave the bloc on the 31st of October without an agreement. Questioned about her resignation in May, the Tory MP said, "The second referendum persuaded me. Ever since the referendum which I passionately campaigned to leave the EU, the reason I stayed in the cabinet was because I was determined to help the PM to get Brexit through. Despite my strong reservations about the withdrawal agreement, it would legally be leaving the EU. I stuck with it up until the very point where it seemed we wouldn't actually be leaving because we were countenancing in the bill a second referendum." Ms. Leadsom herself ran in the Tory leadership candidate but failed to make it through the first round of voting. She also told the BBC's Today programme, "Boris is the man who is going to take us out of the European Union. Only by being prepared to walk away will we get a good deal." The Brexit backing MP is also hopeful of a deal being struck before Halloween because of the incoming EU commissioners who would not want their legacy to be the United Kingdom being an unsolved mystery. Ms. Leadsom praised Mr. Johnson's negotiating skills, insisting the former mayor of London is a very strong communicator. She bemoaned that the lack of no-deal planning transparency was one of the big mistakes of Theresa May's government. Mr. Johnson has vowed to rip up Theresa May's withdrawal agreement, which he described today as defunct. Ms. Leadsom earlier confirmed that every member of Boris Johnson's cabinet would have to sign his do-or-die commitment to leave the EU by the end of October. She said, "Everyone must sign up to the 31st of October and we absolutely are determined to get proper arrangements." The MP warned the European Union they could face repercussions from citizens across the bloc if they failed to secure a Brexit deal with Britain.